Word that comes to mind when I say food justice.
Do you say food justice? Boy, I don't know. I've never heard that before.
Justice to me means access.
Equity.
I mean, being able to go somewhere and eat for free. Food is free.
Health and fairness.
Probably just serving like underserved communities and making sure that everyone has access, especially to things like fresh produce, so that we're meeting the nutritional needs of people.
A lot of people know the value of growing your own food. Not a lot of people know what how working with plants, working in the garden, or working in nature and growing your own and being able to grow your own food. How does that impact your healing process?
Oh, well, that's pretty simple. You just got to put people over profit.
How long do we have?
You drive around, you probably going to hit 4, 5, 6 liquor stores before you get to any grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a clear-cut sign of profit over people.
It's just about bringing the space to people. One of Mark, my coworker, he always says that Sobrani Park, which is the neighborhood that the nursery is in, the last grocery store kind of in that like 2-mile radius burned down in like 1965. So even just the fact that a whole group of people, a whole neighborhood hasn't had just a building where they can go get produce.
Food was more of a human right instead of a profitable industry, right? So if it was more of a human right, any and everybody can grow food and money wouldn't be a problem.
So when I got older, I realized like how many of these inequities we have in our food system. I realized that like that was the way the land was calling back to me. It's kind of like my ancestral heritage calling back to me to start growing food in a way that is my choice, you know, coming from people who were brought here and forced to work this land. It's really empowering to know that I get to do it as my own choice now.
I saw this as a way of living. I saw this as a way to like restore some of the generational wealth that got robbed from my generations in the past, and teach my family and my like community how to be self-sustainable. Like, we don't have to depend on Safeway. Let's go in our backyard and grab some lettuce and shit. I just like to have autonomy over what goes in my body.
How do you think your work has impacted this community?
Any type of urban agriculture, I think, is a good thing. You know, you're closer to your food. You can visit the farmers that are growing your food. It reduces the carbon footprint because the food doesn't have to travel as far. People are more connected with it. They can pick things that are fresher out here on the soil. It's just very healing, just putting your hands in the soil. So
opportunities like this are also really important. You know, like actually getting to, you know, learn what you need to learn in the classroom, and then going out and seeing it, going out and touching it, going out and smelling it, tasting it. These are the ways that are really going to get people to learn and to like keep that with them through their lives, not just to a test or for a grade or for a number that doesn't matter.
So my journey is, how did I get to Planting Justice? I'm formerly incarcerated. I served 16 years in prison. And while I was in prison, I got into gardening. I used to garden in front of my housing unit. And so then there was a garden program that got started there. And that's how I got involved with the garden program. And before I got out, I was about to have a parole hearing. And I wanted to connect with, you know, I fell in love with the work, you know, like how deeply it connected to my life. And I was like, I want to do this when I get out. That for me was very powerful because I had just done 16 years. So I spent most of my like a young adult life in prison. So I didn't know how society was going to take me in. When I first got out, like I said, Planting Justice have offered me a job before I got out. Yeah. So that for me was a huge stress relief because that was one less thing that I needed to worry about. And the people that were connecting with me, my bosses were connecting with me while I was still on the inside, asking me for updates and asking me, you know, like how was I doing and stuff like that. And then when I got out, they were like, whenever you're ready to start, just let us know. The feeling that I got, you know, like a moment that, you know, is walking through that gate and seeing like so many plants and seeing like, you know, like and feeling the sense of family and feeling accepted and feeling like I belong. Like, and like having a fresh start is not easy. You know, take baby steps and also connect with as many organizations, connect with as many resources, and also with our formerly incarcerated community, because like here in California, our formerly incarcerated community is so powerful, and we're well connected with different organizations, and we network with each other, and we try to share as many resources as we can. So, you know, so just give yourself that chance and think about it. Think about, what is it that you want out of life? Do you want to go back to the same old lifestyle that's going to lead you right back into prison or a grave? Or do you want to start fresh where you have that chance to make different decisions in your life, to be a whole different person? And that's what happened with me. I could have chose to come back and be in the gang lifestyle, but I didn't. I chose to come back and start a new life, start fresh.
Advocating from the community is the strongest way forward. The more produce that is on corners and easily accessible outside of the grocery store, the more people are going to buy.
We're really just trying to bring not only the plants, but also the knowledge to people, so that we don't even have to rely on something like a grocery store. You know, like our ancestors 200 years ago weren't going to the grocery store, they were going to their backyards. They were going out into the woods and foraging. Like, they were visualizing all of these things that they eat. They were seeing everything in a cycle.
Farming has gotten me through some of the hardest times in my life because I just needed to get outside. As I've always said, like, having your back in the sun and your hands in the dirt can like help and fix most things in life.
Especially like when we think about how people are like siphoned into whatever job it is, whatever role it is. Giving people the opportunity to explore and to make their own choices is something that's always been really important to me. Like, I don't want to sit and just read a book. I don't want to just sit and listen to you for 3 hours, lecture about it all day. I'm never going to remember like half of the things from that lecture, but if you took me somewhere and actually showed me how it worked, and I got to see it with my own eyes and I could touch it and create all of those memories. Just the way they say, you know, like smell, like brings back memories from your childhood. Like, these are the ways that are really going to get people to learn and to like keep that with them through their lives.
Advocating to your local representatives and writing letters to representatives is incredibly effective. Coming to events like this and cornering them, even if they don't want to talk to you, just like really forcing them to pay attention to what you want, can be really powerful, because if you have someone on the inside who knows your needs, then you have help.
It's very important to be able to learn how to grow your food and how to tend to the earth, because the earth is what takes care of us.
We have to learn to live with them. We have to be better guests, better stewards. As a better guest, we become stewards of the land and the environment and the resources. And we learn those best practices that are regenerative. That's how our foreparents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, that's how they did it. And guess what? That's how you got us today.
Okay, play. That's normal. What's your name and your address?
Food.
Pizza! Pizza!
Inch by inch, row by row.
Check. Are these working this time?
Mike's